Imagine this. You're sipping your morning coffee, scrolling through your phone, and suddenly the Earth stops spinning for just 10 seconds. No warning, no countdown. Everything, you, me, and the oceans, keeps moving at over 1,000 miles per hour until we don't. Sounds like a wild ride, right? Well, buckle up, because this 10-second pause might be the most chaotic moment in human history. First, let's picture what stopping means. The Earth spins at roughly 1,670 kilometers per hour, 1,000 miles per hour, at the equator. That's faster than a bullet train. We don't feel it because everything, air, water, and your comfy chair, moves along with the planet. But if the Earth suddenly slammed on the brakes, even for 10 seconds, everything not nailed down would keep flying east at that insane speed. So let's hit pause on the planet and see what happens. Second one, the ground stops instantly. Buildings, trees, cars, and you? Nope. You're still moving. People near the equator would be launched forward faster than a jet. Imagine the world's biggest, deadliest seatbelt test without the seatbelts. Second two, the oceans? Oh, they don't stop either. The water keeps rushing east, creating walls of mega tsunamis that tower hundreds of feet high. Coastal cities like Miami, Tokyo, and Mumbai would be instantly flooded by water moving faster than sound. Second, 3 to 4. The atmosphere joins the chaos. Winds stronger than any hurricane would rip across the planet. Even mountains wouldn't offer much shelter. The air itself would be moving like a massive, invisible hammer. Second 5, congratulations, you've officially invented global destruction. But don't worry, after 10 seconds, Earth starts spinning again. Except now, everything's a disaster movie. Second 6 to 10, the planet's rotation restarts, but the damage is beyond repair. The crust might shift from the sudden stop, triggering massive earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. Skyscrapers crumble, bridges twist, and whole continents tremble. And that's just on land. In the oceans, those giant waves keep bouncing around the globe, crashing into everything in their path for days. But here's the wild part. If you're near the poles, you might actually survive. Why? Because the Earth spins slower up there. You wouldn't feel the same violent jolt. So, the Arctic and Antarctic could become the world's new real estate hotspots, assuming you don't mind the cold. Meanwhile, satellites orbiting Earth would lose their stable path for a few moments. GPS systems would freak out, and day and night cycles would momentarily glitch. The world's clocks might be off by a fraction of a second, forever. And in space? Astronauts aboard the ISS would look down, confused, as the entire planet goes through its shortest and deadliest roller coaster ride. Thankfully, physics says this can't actually happen. There's no cosmic handbrake big enough to stop Earth instantly. The forces needed would tear the planet apart before it even slowed down. Still, it's a fun reminder of how much we rely on something we never notice: our planet's steady spin. It gives us days, nights, weather, and balance. If Earth ever did take a break, even for 10 seconds, everything we know would vanish before we could blink. So maybe next time you feel the world spinning too fast, be glad it is. Because if it didn't, well, you just learned what 10 seconds of that looks like. If you enjoyed this wild ride through imaginary destruction, hit that like button, share it with your friends who love crazy science, and don't forget to subscribe for more what-if worlds where science meets imagination. Because who knows? Next time, we might ask, what if the sun just went dark for a week?